Imagine being locked in a wired cage hardly bigger than the size of your body. You are deprived of any opportunity to exercise, denied attention, and given scarcely enough food and water to live on. As horrifying as it may seem, these conditions are simply the alarming reality of what dogs in puppy mills are subject to daily. This is a serious problem that's still occurring in this world today. I have looked up many times on the internet for a puppy myself and found that I ended up finding a puppy not from a pet store because of the awful things I heard from doing that. In this video, you will learn about the abuse and breeding profit, their unsanitary living conditions, and inhumane breeding procedures that occur within these breeding facilities, all of which should explain that puppy mills should be banned. The lack of regulations in puppy mills allows the breeders to get away with abuse of all kinds. Many puppy mills don't provide the proper living conditions, and a lot of these facilities have dogs in cages, small cages, usually stacked on top of one another. This allows feces and urine to fall through the cage onto other puppies and dogs beneath them. This results in a spread of diseases and injuries which usually go untreated. The United States Department of Agriculture does not license or inspect these puppy mills who sell directly to the public. You may walk into a pet store and see a puppy that you like, and you're not really sure where that puppy came from or what kind of living conditions that puppy had to endure during its life. Many puppy breeders lurk behind misleading websites that show better conditions than what the puppies are actually living in. You see a very attractive ad for a puppy online and you click on it and see a well-groomed puppy with blankets, and it appears to be well taken care of, as well as proper weight and health. But in reality, this puppy was potentially a victim of horrific abuse and mistreatment in its life. Not only do puppies suffer from abuse, but also their mothers suffer from abuse as well. Current USDA regulations allow dogs to be bred repeatedly and excessively and do not require screenings for inheritable defects. So that means the mother can be bred multiple times throughout their life over and over again and are bred every opportunity with little to no recovery time between litters. According to sentimentmedia.org, breeder dogs are only of value to a puppy mill if the animals can continuously get pregnant. Once a female can no longer carry a litter to term, she is typically killed. According to ASPCA.org, dogs who are brought up in puppy mills are more likely to get diseases and are lacking socialization factor. They are not socialized with humans properly, so they may end up fearful of humans. They may end up being more aggressive as well because of their only interaction being really negative. As you know, puppies are very social and energetic, and people have been keeping dogs for centuries, and that's where they keyed the term man's best friend. Because of the overcrowding of these puppy mills, these infectious diseases and injuries are often overlooked and often results in death. USDA inspections have reported cases in which inspectors have found dogs shivering in below freezing temperatures, deceased dogs out in the cold, and dogs panting in conditions over 100 degrees during the summer. Can you imagine being forced to live in those conditions? It would be illegal, and So my point is, why should this be illegal? The health of a puppy mill dog is not even sustained by adequate food and water. As the water they drink isn't usually clean, it usually has algae or has been used by other dogs with infections. Any food that they eat is usually infested with maggots and mold. One way we can help or stop puppy mills from operating is to adopt and not shop. Meaning visiting your local rescue shelter to see what dogs are available that might be otherwise put down. Another way we can help stop operations of these puppy mills would be by educating your family and friends about the horrific things that puppy mills are promoting, and tell them about how they can rescue instead. You can also talk to your legislator and help strengthening the fight for all animals. Basically, advocate for those who can't advocate for themselves, always. Now that I have fully persuaded you not to buy puppies or dogs at pet stores or online because of the horrific things that happen to them before they're put on the market, with this said, adopt and don't shop. Puppy mills are and will forever be a non-stop problem to this society. So hopefully I persuaded you to adopt your forever best friend from your local rescue shelter. So imagine walking into an animal shelter and you decide to get a puppy. You feel better about adopting a dog instead of looking at those pesky websites because of all of the horrific stories about how puppies are taken care of at the mill. You take your dog home and feel comfortable knowing that this dog was probably treated better than a dog you would find online. How great is it knowing that your dog was in a safe place before you got them?